Welcome to another episode. So glad you could join us. Science, health, behaviour, they're all progressing so rapidly these days. That's why you've got to keep up with the latest.
You do, and it means that we can keep these guys happy and healthy.
So keep watching to find out more tips.
A common reason for pets ending up at the vet is because they've eaten something they shouldn't, such as food or items that might be okay for us, but are toxic to pets. Let's take grapes, raisins and sultanas, for example. Many people don't realise how dangerous they are for our pets. Even if your dog's had them before without a reaction, they could still cause kidney failure next time. It's a bit frightening, isn't it? Even a small bite of a hot cross bun or raisin toast is enough to do some serious damage for some dogs. Chocolate, we might love it, but it's another big one our pets can't have. The darker the chocolate, the more dangerous it is, and that's because of the cacao or cocoa powder that contains theobromine and caffeine, which can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, tremors, seizures and a fast heart rate. That's why caffeinated tea and coffee are also off limits. My pet hate, excuse the pun, is when I see people allowing their dog or cat to have a little lick of their beer or wine. We see it on social media all the time. Even in small amounts, alcohol can impact their nervous system, causing confusion, tremors and seizures, plus liver and kidney damage. Foods in the allium family, so things like garlic, onions and leeks, and even chives, when they're powdered as well, can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, weakness and anemia. While lots of nuts will cause tummy upsets if your dog eats too many of them, macadamias are particularly toxic with symptoms of loss of coordination and tremors, similar to alcohol poisoning. Xylitol, well, that's found in many sugar-free products like peanut butter and, of course, chewing gum, and it can cause rapid drop in blood sugar, leading to collapse, weakness and seizures. Medications, of course, whether it be your own or your pet, should be kept well out of reach of pets, but I've heard a lot of stories about dogs and cats getting into ibuprofen. This is extremely harmful and can cause ulcers, kidney failure and even death. Paracetamol might be prescribed by your vet in small doses for dogs, but it should never ever be given to cats. And aspirin should only be given under vet guidance. Then there's the common plants that are toxic, like lilies, azaleas, sago palms and tulips. Some are more harmful to dogs and others to cats, and symptoms range from vomiting to organ failure. So if you love plants like I do your research first. If you do catch your pet raiding your snacks, or you even just suspect that they've eaten something toxic, call your vet or the Animal Poison Centre straight away for some advice. And for more information on how pet insurance may assist in these emergencies, check out nose.com.au. When it comes to keeping poodles and all the Oodle mixes looking good and feeling comfortable, regular grooming is a must. So to talk about the reality of grooming an Oodle, I caught up with Esther and her very handsome Instapooch Yoda to share her routine. Esther, there's a big misconception that poodle or oodles or moodles like Yoda here don't shed, but that's not true, is it?
Well, no, that's definitely a myth, Lara, because Yoda doesn't shed much, but you know they do lose hair, especially after a good brush.
Yes.
But if they don't get brushed, you know, a good brush regularly, they get knots.
So Yoda clearly gets professionally groomed because he's very handsome and looking very beautiful. But how often do you take care of him at home in between?
So I try to brush him every second day or daily if I can, especially around his ears, you know, under his leg or around the collar.
Yes.
That's where all the mats usually comes quick, you know, and I get him professionally groomed every 6 weeks.
Okay.
But he comes to, you know, a lot of adventures with me. So literally I'll wash him if he gets dirty, or even if he have a photo shoot or anything like that.
All right, and so what are some of your favourite tools that you use to keep him clean?
The essentials that I use are the DGG Flexi Slicker Brush.
Yes, yep.
As well as the calming spray.
With the lavender and chamomile.
Yes, that's it. And then, yeah, so especially it's good for like on shoot day like this, you know, to help him, keeps him sort of
very
relaxed,
calm, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of thing. And I try to, I may use also the round tip scissors.
Yes, yeah.
To trim, very handy to trim around his eyes or even his paws.
Yep.
And if he does get knotted
Yes.
around his leg,
Yeah.
I use the dematting tools as well.
Yeah, that's a good one for slicing through those mats,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
So if someone's considering getting a poodle or an Oodle mix, what would be some of your top tips?
I'd say start early, start brushing them early to get used to it as well. Even after a haircut, you know, just brush them on a regular basis and find a good groomer that you can trust. Make an appointment on a regular basis as well, because if it gets matte, it's not only painful for them, and then they might have to shape them really short. So,
You don't want that. Alrighty, so they're definitely not quite low maintenance, but buddy, that's okay. You deserve it. If you'd like to follow Yoda, look for Here Comes Yoda Pup on Instagram, and to find the DGG grooming range, look at your local pet stock store or online. Thanks, Esther.
Thank you.
Thanks, beautiful boy. Should we go play? Do you want to go play with Darcy now? Yeah. Well, if he wakes up.
Queensland charity Smart Pups provides trained service dogs to support children with special needs. This includes 8-year-old Eli and his family, who recently received their Smart Pup Ralph, thanks to the Petstock Foundation's Hometown Heroes initiative.
Shannon, would you mind sharing some of your story and some of the challenges that you guys and Eli face?
Yeah, so Eli was originally diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety and a learning written disorder. Autism came later on, that was a couple of years after, but the challenges that we've had with Eli is about his outbursts, his ADHD.
Emotional regulation was another big part of it, and fitting in.
How did the journey with Smart Pups come into it, and how did Ralph get involved?
So Eli's medicated obviously for ADHD and some of his challenges, and we were looking for other ways of how we could look after his life and some of those challenges, but on a more natural side of things. Smart Pups is a very small Queensland-based organisation, and I'd never heard of them before, to be honest myself, and found out about them, the wait list was closed.
Right.
So couldn't get on a wait list. I think they said at that time it was about 18 months to 2 years in order to get on the wait list. So that was our biggest challenge. And then we decided to do a gala dinner to raise funds for Smart Pups and another organisation to raise awareness. So I approached Petstock for the gala dinner for donations, raffle prizes and auctions, and we met the manager in store, and she heard about Eli's story. And she wanted to help us and give us a gift for the auction. And then she fell in love with our story, and she called me and said, I've got some fantastic news. We'd like to feature Eli in Petstock's Hometown Heroes campaign. And our Capera store actually got behind it fantastically. They raised $5,000 of the $33,000.
Now, I know Ralph is fairly new into the family, but how has he impacted on your life so far?
It's quite surprising. He's impacted in terms of there's a sense of calm. Like Eli and Ralph really have hit it off. That's really important through the training, the bond. He's given this level of confidence. An example this week where we'd have to take Eli to, at night time, go to the shower, help him with those sorts of activities. He has taken Ralph to show him, and he's gone through the whole process, got in the shower, got out of the shower, dried himself, got changed and come back out again. So I think that's a win. It sounds very silly, but it's a real win. And supporting Eli too with his social interactions, with his emotional regulation, I think that's what we've started to see, which is really pleasing.
And the other thing that he does as well is with Eli over night time, because that's a big one for us, is nighttime terrors and anxiety. So Ralph's been trained to jump up onto Eli's lap, and so he's basically a mobile weighted blanket.
And Chris, how do you feel that this is going to really change your lives?
Oh, I think, in all honesty, it'll be, as I say, it's long term, but it'll be giving Eli that sense of confidence, the ability to help regulate and understand his emotions. He's got a perfect sounding board here that he can use as his confidant, and just gives him that sense of responsibility and control that he just hasn't necessarily felt as though he's had. So I think that's really, really what we're looking for.
Learn more about the Petstock Foundation's Hometown Heroes initiative and how you can help support their local charity partners like Smart Pups on their website. As a Petstock Rewards member, you can now earn pet cash on a range of specially marked products, including those from Big Dog Pet Foods. You can then use your pet cash on your next shop. Plus, with a linked Everyday Rewards account, you'll collect 1 Everyday Rewards point for every $1 spent on these and all other products in-store or online, including NextGuard. You can even redeem your Everyday Rewards points at Petstock too. T's and C's apply. Visit the website for details.
With the rising cost of living, many families are trying to find ways to make their dollar go further, including delaying or even skipping their pet's annual vet visits. In fact, the most recent Australian Pet Health Monitor found over 40% of owners have either delayed a vet visit to wait and see what happens or reduced the frequency of routine appointments for checkups. Others are skipping routine flea, tick and worm treatments, which not only puts your pet at risk, but for parasites that can be transmitted to humans, this can also impact the health of you and your family. And while it's understandable, regular vet visits are so much more than just a quick once-over. They're a vital health check that could save your pet's life. We know that early diagnosis as well as preventative treatment is what really makes a difference to the cost of your pet's care. You see, animals are experts at hiding pain and illness. By the time a problem becomes obvious, it's often much more serious and more costly to treat. Annual health checkups give us the chance to catch issues like dental disease, early kidney problems, hormonal disease, arthritis, or even cancer before they become major problems. For senior pets or those with chronic disease, twice-yearly checkups are even more crucial for early detection and management. Regular visits are also the perfect time to stay on top of vaccinations, parasite control, weight management and nutrition. You might think that if your pet looks healthy, that they don't need a checkup, but this reactive mindset of only going when something seems wrong could lead to your pet suffering unnecessarily and higher vet bills in the long run. At the end of the day, we want our pets to live happy, healthy lives for as long as possible. And while it may feel like an extra expense right now, investing in preventative care could actually save you money and heartbreak down the track. So don't put it off. Make that appointment with your vet a priority. And in the meantime, head to the NextGuard Spectra website to use their PetGuard Pro Risk Checker, which assesses your pet's parasite risk based on their lifestyle, ensuring that you're keeping them adequately protected against parasites every day.
With so many dogs suffering in silence from joint pain and mobility issues, our friends at Antinol are shining a light on the issue with the very first Dogs After Dark event here in Sydney's Domain. And I reckon it's going to be awesome. Let's get in there.
Dogs After Dark was a one-night-only glow-up dog festival held in June at Sydney's Domain for dogs and their humans. Powered by Antinol, the event was created to shine a spotlight on the growing issue of joint problems in dogs, a problem most Australian pet parents don't see coming and which can start from as young as 8 months. With off-leash zoomy zones, agility courses, canine caricatures, dog gelato, DJ husky, food trucks and more, the event was a tail-thumping celebration of movement, mobility and connection. Apart from all the fun, everyone that came along went home with an amazing goodie bag packed with light-up collars, vouchers and gifts. But that was just the start of things.
Agility is not only a really popular dog sport, it is so good for the dog's health, for your health as well, and it's a lot of fun too. And of course, it can be quite hard on a dog's joints, so they're definitely powered by Antinol. Evelyn, what do you love about doing agility?
Time spent with my dog, having great time with my dog, keeping my dog fit, keeping me fit, and keeping our brains active.
Absolutely. Now, it's a pretty rigorous exercise routine, so how do you keep Echo in shape?
Good food.
Yes.
And lots of Antinol. He's got a double dose today because I knew we were going to do lots of stuff. So he recovers well from that.
And after all, you're running around, you probably need it yourself too.
Sometimes.
Tasman, where have you come from today?
We've driven down from Canberra today.
Wow, what made you come here?
Couldn't let Cinnamon miss out on the fun events.
No.
He wants to get down and in on the action.
You don't get in there, go on in, go, good boy.
In addition to all the fun and games, the Antinol Joint Health Wellness Chats provided free expert advice and joint health checks by vets, vet nurses and animal rehab specialists, providing pet parents with the opportunity to learn how to keep their dog moving comfortably for life. Judging by all the happy hounds and smiling owners, it's fair to say the inaugural Dogs After Dark was a tail-wagging success. You can register your interest in the next event at antinol.com.au.
That That was so much fun, and I have made sure to stock up on my Antinol. I reckon my boys are sorted for the next 10 years. Woohoo!
If you've noticed your dog or cat scooting their bottom on the ground, it could be due to irritated or infected anal glands. These are two small sacs near the anus that release a strong smelling secretion when your pet poops. The smell is unique to each pet, so it's used for marking territory and communicating with other animals through scent. Other common signs of irritated or impacted anal glands to watch for include licking, redness or swelling near the bottom area, diarrhoea and constipation, and a pungent odour. Anal gland issues are especially common in small dog breeds like Cavaliers, Poodles, Shih Tzus, Spaniels and Terriers. Cats can have the problem too, but it's much less common. Being overweight, skin allergies or eating a low fibre diet can also contribute to the problem. If you notice any of these signs, it's important to visit your vet. If necessary, they'll recommend preventative manual expression, which is best performed at your local vet clinic, as the sacs are delicate and they can be difficult to empty. In addition, vets can detect abnormalities that may need further treatment or investigation, such as impaction, bacterial infections, or even tumours. To reduce the risk of recurring anal gland problems, keep your pet at a healthy weight and consider some dietary changes, including adding in EAC's Gland Clear to their diet for a week, once a month. Made in Australia from natural ingredients, including psyllium husks and other prebiotics and soluble fibres, it helps aid digestion, reduce inflammation and expands and firms the stools so that they can naturally empty the glands. EAC's Gland Clear is available only in vet clinics. Visit eacanimalcare.com to learn more.
For multi-pet households, you might be wondering if your cat can eat your dog's food or your dog can eat the cat's. Plus, there's a lot of myths around cats and food. So we're going to be clearing that up today with Narelle. Let's start with those cat myths.
There are definitely a few big ones, Lara. And the first one is the old idea that cats should be given milk. So while some cats might like the taste, most adult cats are actually lactose intolerant. So it can lead to things like gastric upset, gas and diarrhoea.
What about fish? There's a lot around that too.
While fish can be included in the diet in moderation, feeding it too often can lead to nutritional imbalances if it's not part of a properly formulated diet. Fish, it's also relatively low in calcium, and if it's raw, it can contain an enzyme that breaks down vitamin B1. So it just needs to be fed correctly and in moderation.
Okay, so what about then cats eating dog food?
Well, that's probably one of the most concerning myths, that cats and dogs can just share the same bowl, because nutritionally, cats and dogs, well, they are quite different. Dogs, they're facultative carnivores, which means while they thrive on a meat-based diet, they do have the ability to digest a range of plant matter and other foods. Cats, however, they're obligate carnivores, so they rely almost entirely on nutrients from animal sources to survive. So while dogs, they do have some flexibility, cats have quite specific dietary requirements that most dog food just doesn't meet.
No, and they've got some very specific nutrients that they need, so let's go into that a little bit.
So taurine is a big one. It's an amino acid that cats can't make themselves, so it has to come directly from their food. And if they don't get enough taurine, it can lead to some serious health consequences, such as heart disease and vision problems. Right. Then there's things like vitamin A. So dogs can convert beta-carotene from plants into vitamin A, cats can't.
Right.
They need preformed vitamin A from animal sources. Cats, they also have higher requirements for protein and essential fatty acids such as arachidonic acid. So if you are feeding a cat dog food, it's likely not meeting their needs and could lead to long-term health consequences.
And what about the other way around, dogs eating cat food?
Well, they can and they do, but it's not ideal, and that's because cat food does tend to be higher in fat and protein, which may lead to some digestive issues and weight gain in dogs if fed too regularly.
All right, just to be clear then, cats eat cat food and dogs eat dog food.
Exactly. They're a completely different species. They've got their own nutritional needs, which is why I was so happy to hear that Big Dog were expanding their range, especially formulated for cats.
Well, doesn't matter what family you've got, whether you've got dogs, cats, Big Dog now has the whole family covered. So thanks for clearing that up, Narelle. Head to their website to learn more. Right, we can't eat any of this either. We're not dogs or cats. If you've ever stood in the dog treat aisle feeling a little overwhelmed, you're not alone. With so many options out there, it's tough to know what's actually good for your dog and not just clever packaging. That's why I'm excited to share something new that's just landed at Petstock, Dog Treat Naturals Superfood Sticks. These treats are great for anyone looking to give their dog something that they'll not only love, but are full of genuinely nutritious ingredients. Plus, one of the most important considerations I always urge pet parents to check when choosing a treat, or in fact any food, is that real meat is always the first ingredient listed. These sticks come in 4 varieties: beef and pumpkin, chicken and cranberry, pork and peach, and turkey and blueberry, each combining protein-rich meats with healthy fruit and vegetables. Then there's superfoods like turmeric and black pepper that are well known for their natural anti-inflammatory properties to support joint health in our pets. Then there's ingredients like coconut oil, which helps to promote a shiny coat and healthy skin, while blackstrap molasses is rich in iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and also antioxidants. They're free from artificial additives and fillers too. For the eco-conscious pet parents out there, you're going to love this. Dog Treats Naturals are made using solar-powered production, and the brand is fully committed to sustainability. Being so firm, they're perfect for dogs who love to chew, which makes them a good treat to leave with them as you leave the house. And that helps to create a really positive association with your departure. I do that with my boys, and they're already waiting in their beds as soon as I grab the pack. Remember, treats should make up no more than 10% of your dog's total required calorie intake, so the calorie count on the back of the pack helps with this. Check out the range at Petstock, and don't forget, you can recycle the empty packaging at your local Petstock store too when they're all gone. And yes, of course, boys, don't worry, when that happens, you'll get some more.
To celebrate 10 series of Pooches at Play, we're giving away 10 Pawsome prize packs worth over $1,000 each. Every prize includes goodie bags from Big Dog Pet Foods, Doggone Gorgeous and Zilkeen, worth $100 each. $60 worth of Dog Treat Naturals, a $50 Petstock voucher, a pet first aid kit, and $500 credit towards a new nose pet insurance policy. To enter, sign up to our e-news and name a charity featured this series. Visit poochesatplay.com.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget, there's plenty more information and advice on our website, poochesatplay.com, and you can follow us on socials, Pooches at Play. Did you boys have fun? Yeah, I did too. See you next week.